For nearly 20 years, Salesforce CRM defined modern business software. But here's the uncomfortable question. Why are humans still updating systems that already know everything? Emails, meetings, calls, Slack messages, all of this already exists. Yet teams still waste hours logging, tagging, and cleaning data. In this video, I'll show you 3 AI-native tools that are already doing CRM better than Salesforce: Attio, Clay, and Pylon. Not theory, not AI add-ons, real tools replacing real Salesforce workflows today. Links to all of these AI tools are in the description if you want to check them out. Let's move fast. This is Post Software, where we look at how AI is ending the way software is built, bought, and used. CRM was built for one simple reason. Customer knowledge lived in human heads. So the software tried to capture it. Contacts, notes, activities, deal stages. CRMs worked because humans were the bottleneck. If it wasn't logged, it didn't exist. That logic made sense before software could observe work automatically. Today, the logic is backwards. CRM demands more human work the more powerful it gets. Reps update fields instead of selling. Managers trust dashboards that lag reality. So companies add more rules, more automation, more consultants. But the core problem doesn't change. You're fixing a human input system in a world where humans are no longer the best data source. And this is exactly where AI-native tools break the CRM model entirely. AI flips the model entirely. Instead of asking, "Did someone log this?" AI asks, "What actually happened?" AI can already read emails, transcribe calls, summarize meetings, detect sentiment, track engagement, flag risk, suggest next actions. No manual logging, no forced updates. This is the post-software shift, from systems that store to systems that decide. And this is where traditional CRM starts to lose relevance. To understand what replaces CRM in practice, you don't look at Salesforce roadmaps. You look at what people actually open every morning. That's where tools like Attio, Clay, and Pylon come in. Not as replacements on paper, but as systems that quietly take over the most important work. Let's look at these AI-native alternatives. Meet Jess. Jess is a sales manager at a 40-person B2B SaaS company. Her company still uses Salesforce because finance needs reporting, leadership wants forecasts, marketing depends on attribution. But her biggest problem is this: she never knows which deals actually need attention until it's too late. Salesforce can tell her deal stage, last activity date, pipeline value, but they can't tell her which relationship is weakening, which prospect is losing interest, which rep needs help this week. This is where Attio enters. How Jess actually uses Attio. 1. Attio as a live relationship map. Jess connects Attio to Gmail/Outlook, Calendar, Slack. Attio immediately pulls every contact automatically, groups people by company, tracks interaction frequency, builds relationship timelines. Instead of asking reps, "Did you update the CRM?" Jess can now see who hasn't replied in 10 days, which accounts went quiet, which deals have momentum. This is something Salesforce cannot do natively. 2. AI-powered deal health. Salesforce says, "This deal is in stage 3. Attio says, "This deal is stalling. Here's why." Attio analyzes email sentiment, response times, meeting cadence, number of stakeholders involved. Jess uses Attio to identify at-risk deals early, coach reps proactively, reallocate time to deals that matter. This is the decision engine, not a tracking tool. 3. Dynamic views. Instead of static dashboards, In Salesforce, dashboards are predefined, rigid, built by admins. In Attio, Jess creates views like deals with no reply in 7 days, accounts with declining engagement, warm leads not contacted yet. These views update automatically. This is crucial. Jess doesn't manage the system, she asks questions of it. Salesforce tracks work after it happens. Attio tells Jess what to pay attention to next. But even with all of this, Attio does not fully replace Salesforce. And that's exactly the point. It falls short in complex revenue forecasting, custom marketing workflows, deep marketing automation, finance-grade reporting, highly regulated environments. This matters. Attio doesn't try to be the system of record. It tries to be the system of attention. Attio's real innovation isn't AI features. It's what it replaces in your daily behavior. Salesforce wants you to update, maintain, comply. Attio wants you to notice, decide, act. That's why Attio doesn't kill Salesforce. It demotes it. The intelligence moves up the stack. And that's how post-software actually happens. Attio isn't the only tool in this direction. Products like Folk, Affinity, and Common Room are also rethinking CRM around relationships rather than records, with Affinity focusing more on investor and deal networks, and Common Room leaning heavily into community and product-led growth signals. Meet Daniel. Daniel runs sales operations at a 25-person B2B startup. His job sounds simple: help sales reps find leads, keep data clean, support outbound campaigns. In reality, his day looks like this: exporting CSVs from Salesforce, cleaning contact lists, enriching leads manually, checking LinkedIn, guessing which accounts are worth targeting. Salesforce stores data. HubSpot runs campaigns, but none of them do the work. This is where Clay enters. How Daniel actually uses Clay. 1. Clay as a living lead engine. Daniel starts with a simple question: which mid-market fintech companies are hiring sales leaders right now? In Salesforce, this is impossible. In Clay, Daniel pulls the company data, layers job postings, adds funding data, enriches contacts, runs AI research, all inside one workflow. Clay doesn't ask for perfect inputs. It assembles intelligence on demand. 2. AI research at scale. Clay's real power is not data, it's interpretation. For each account, Clay can summarize what the company does, identify likely pain points, explain why they might buy now, personalize outbound messaging. Daniel uses Clay to generate 500+ personalized talking points, context-aware email intros, prioritized account lists. This replaces junior sales development representative (SDR) research, manual LinkedIn scanning, spreadsheet logic. 3. Automated decision logic. Daniel builds simple rules. If the company just raised funding, then mark high priority. If hiring sales ops, then alert reps. If no response after 2 weeks, then re-rank. Clay executes these decisions continuously. This is important. Clay doesn't help Daniel manage sales ops. It helps him eliminate sales ops. Salesforce stores leads. Clay decides which ones are worth attention. But Clay doesn't replace Salesforce end-to-end. It replaces the human labor. Salesforce was never designed to do. 4. Where Clay falls short. Clay does not replace CRM reporting, track deal stages, manage pipeline forecasts, handle compliance or audit trails. Daniel still pushes data into Salesforce, but the flow has reversed. Salesforce is now where we store outcomes, not where we discover opportunities. Clay proves something important. The most valuable software doesn't look like software anymore. It looks like intelligence, judgment, execution. That's why Clay doesn't compete head-to-head with CRM. It replaces the most expensive part of CRM, human thinking time. And once that happens, the center of gravity shifts. Clay is part of a broader shift in sales ops. Tools like Apollo, People.ai, and even custom GPT-powered pipelines are moving in the same direction. But Clay stands out by combining raw data access with AI reasoning, not just enrichment or automation. Meet Maya. Maya leads customer success at a 50-person B2B SaaS company. Her company still uses Salesforce plus Zendesk because finance needs revenue data, sales needs pipeline history, support needs ticket tracking. But Maya's real job isn't managing tickets. Her job is knowing which customers are at risk before they churn. And this is exactly where traditional CRMs fail her. The problem with CRM for customer success. Salesforce tells Maya account value, renewal date, deal stage. Zendesk tells her ticket count, resolution time, SLA metrics. What neither tells her, why is a customer frustrated, whether sentiment is improving or declining, which issues actually matter to the customer, whether silence means everything is fine or we're done. CRMs treat customers as records. Support tools treat them as tickets. But customers experience you as conversations over time. This is where Pylon enters. How Maya actually uses Pylon. 1. Pylon as a unified conversation layer. Maya connects Pylon to email, Slack Connect, support inboxes, product feedback channels. Pylon immediately threads conversations by customer, tracks who said what, when, and why. Instead of jumping between tools, Maya now sees the full relationship in one timeline. 2. AI-powered sentiment and risk detection. Pylon's AI analyzes tone changes, repeated issues, escalation patterns, silence after friction. Maya gets alerts like customer sentiment declining, unresolved issue resurfacing, high-value account disengaging. CRMs are blind to this. Pylon is not. 3. From tickets to decisions. In traditional tools, agents close tickets, managers review metrics. In Pylon, conversations stay open, context compounds, decisions emerge naturally. Maya uses Pylon to decide which customers need executive attention, coach CSMs on tone and timing, prioritize feature fixes that matter most. This is a shift from, are we resolving issues fast enough, to, are we maintaining trust? It doesn't replace CRM reporting, it replaces the intuition teams used to rely on before churn became visible. 4. Where Pylon falls short. Pylon does not replace revenue forecasting, contract management, marketing automation, formal CRM reporting. Salesforce still holds financial truth, pipeline math, executive dashboards. But once again, Salesforce becomes the ledger, Pylon becomes the lens. Pylon isn't alone here. Products like Front, Intercom's AI layers, and Support Logic are all pushing toward AI-assisted customer intelligence. But Pylon is unusual in treating the entire customer relationship as one continuous conversation, not a series of tickets. By the way, I'll put links to all of these tools in the description so you can check them out after this. What this means for Salesforce. When you look at Attio, Clay, and Pylon together, one thing becomes clear. Salesforce still stores data, but they no longer generate insight. This isn't a Salesforce is dead story. Large companies will keep it for compliance reporting, legacy workflows, but its role changes. Salesforce becomes infrastructure, not the brain, not decision-making. The old system doesn't disappear, it gets quietly demoted. CRM was built for a world where humans observed reality, software waited for input. AI changes that forever. The future of customer software is not more dashboards, more fields, more automation rules. It's software that watches, understands, decides, acts quietly. Salesforce won't vanish, but they will no longer define how work actually happens. This is post-software, where we look at how AI is ending the way software is built, bought, and used. If this was helpful, subscribe. We'll keep doing this, one use case at a time. See you at the next one.